Hi, Kai. Can I just ask, first of all, how do you feel you're settling in London and at the club? And secondly, could you just elaborate a little bit on your sort of relationship with Timo from the national team as well, please?
So, hello everybody. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just very happy to be here now. I think it takes very long, but now I'm here. I'm very happy to be here, and yeah, I think I'm settled in very well. Of course, Chelsea is a very big club, and I know this already. But yeah, of course, for me, it's a big step to come in another country, another culture, another language is very different than before, and of course that needs some days, some weeks to adapt. But I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, of course, I'm very happy that Timo's here as well. Yeah, I met him first in the national league in Germany, national team in Germany, and of course we are friends, and I think we will have a good German connection in the team now.
And could you just sort of maybe touch on playing together for Germany and the relationship in terms of during a game between the two?
Yeah, of course we playing together in a national team, but we don't play so much games together. Just I think one or two in the national team, and now the first here at Chelsea. Of course, I'm very excited to play with him together. He's a big friend of mine, and of course, when you have a friend in your team, it's always easier to play football. And yes, I'm looking forward to the time, and I think yeah, we will do well. Hello.
You were used in lots of different positions, or several different attacking positions at Leverkusen, and of course you played off the right against Brighton. I just wondered what you think, or what position maybe you've enjoyed playing most so far in your career, and do you think having those different positions has made you more of a complete footballer?
Yeah, of course, I played, I think, every offensive position in Leverkusen. I played as a right winger, as a number 10, as a number 6, number 8, sometimes as a striker as well. So, but for me, it's very important to have that flexibility on the pitch, and to be creative. That's the things that I like, and yes, I think I can I can play many positions. Of course, my for me my best position is as a number 10, but of course I can play on the right side as well, or as a striker. To be honest, now I'm happy to stay on the pitch, and yeah, I think I'm flexible.
You scored a lot of goals in Germany, arriving into the box at just the right time, and that was something that Frank Lampard was very famous for doing in his own career. When you had conversations with him, was that something he said to you was something he particularly liked about your game?
Yeah, of course. I think I've watched many games of him as a kid, and he also liked the way of play as a midfielder, to go in the box, to score goals, to make assists, and I think that helps a lot to have a manager who to play it in such a long time in the Premier League, and in the national team, and he can give me tips, and I think he will help me a lot to become a better football player, to become a better midfield player, and so I'm very excited that he's my manager now.
Hi Kai, welcome to London. I'm in now. I just wanted to ask you, you're an Alemannia Aachen fan. You've sort of been at Bayer Leverkusen for a long time. But was there any times where you're watching the Premier League from home, and who sort of did you enjoy watching when you were growing up as a boy?
Thank you. Yeah, of course. For me, it's a very big step to come from Leverkusen to the Premier League. Of course, it's another way here to play football, and but as a kid, I watch it a lot. For me, it was always the best league in the world with the best teams, and I'm now very happy to play in one of the best teams in England, and of the world as well. So yeah, I'm actually very thankful. But of course, it needs a little bit time to adapt to the league. It's very different to Germany, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think on Sunday will be the first proof for me, or the second now.
Yeah, sorry. I guess you grew up watching the likes of Frank Lampard in the league on television. I just wanted to get a sense of what you thought of him as a player when you were young, and he was a bit younger, playing as a footballer himself, and the other players you liked watching at Chelsea and maybe in the league.
Yeah, of course. I said this before. I loved him as a player. I was watching him as a kid. He was one of the biggest player in England of his time, and I think for me, of course, Chelsea here in Chelsea were always very big players that I know from watching the Premier League as a kid, and I think for me, honestly, in the Premier League, always play the best players in the world, and so I'm very glad to be here now and to play against or with the best players in the world.
You've obviously moved at a very young age over to England. Was it always an ambition of yours from an early age to play abroad this early, or was it just circumstances that has meant that you've moved so early?
No, of course. I was dreaming as a kid to play in the Premier League or play for Chelsea as well, because for me Chelsea is a very big club and one of the best in the world. So I always dreamed to play in a league like that, and so for me the dream came true very early. I'm just 21, and so of course I watched the Premier League as a kid very often with my brother, with my parents, and now it seems like a bit unreal for me and for my family that I'm now sitting here and playing a club like Chelsea. But of course, I'm very looking forward to the time, and hopefully it will be a very good time for me.
Just wondering how you cope with the pressure of having such a big price tag connected to you, and how that impacts you.
Yeah, of course, it's a big price tag, but I think in football that is today it's normal to pay these prices. I think it's for me. I will not do a lot of pressure on myself, because I think I'm doing not the best, not the worst thing in the past. That's because the price tag is or was that high. So I'm just trying to focus on my football and try to play my best football here at Chelsea, and try to do not that pressure on myself, because I'm just playing football and I love to play football, and that's why I'm here, and I try my best.